Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and keep watching more details. Curse of Oak Island team believes it has found the gold. The Curse of Oak Island finally had what might be its biggest breakthrough on the show. This week, they believe they have finally figured out where the gold at the money pit is buried. This could finally lead them to capture the elusive treasure after all these years. Here is a look at how they found the possible gold and what is next. Curse of Oak Island possibly finds gold. The team from the Curse of Oak Island believes they have finally found their gold, thanks to their geologist, Dr. Ian Spooner's electronic slide. They believe they have pinpointed where the gold might be buried on the island. As expected, it was near the garden shaft at the money pit. There was a pink blob that showed up on the slide that the guys say shows where a large deposit of gold has been buried. Spooner collected water samples from around the money pit into plastic bottles. This entire procedure was to find out if there was gold in the water and determine where it might be located if there is. From the experiment, Spooner has figured out where the gold is buried. That happens to be just about 10 feet west of the garden shaft. When everyone got together in the war room, Marty asked about the gold. That is when Spooner pulled out a slide with a pink blob, and he said that is where the buried gold is located. What is next for Curse of Oak Island? Now it is time to figure out how they will go about getting to the buried treasure. The good news is that they don't need something as big as the excavation team that they hired to dig down to find hidden chambers. Canadian government shut down that entire ordeal because they didn't have the proper permits. For this hidden gold, Dr. Dred Mihill, the hydrogeologist, explained that the gold was not that deep under the water. He estimated the depth to be somewhere between 80 and 110 feet. This also lines up with previous explorers who found an inscribed stone at 90 feet, which is right there at about the same level. That marker was believed to be a marker for hidden treasure. That previous team had dug down to a platform, but they had to abandon the dig due to flooding. That was in 1804, and Marty and his team have the tools now to get down there and possibly find it without worrying about flooding disrupting their work. It sounds like they plan to start digging for gold ASAP. The morning sun bathed Oak Island in a golden hue as the team assembled at the money pit, a sense of anticipation crackling in the cool, salty air. For years, Elagina brothers, Rick and Marty, along with their dedicated team of treasure hunters, historians and engineers, had combed through every clue, dug into every lead, and faced myriad challenges, all for the elusive promise of hidden treasure. Today, that promise seemed closer than ever. Rick stood at the edge of the pit, his eyes scanning the site that had consumed so much of their lives. Beside him, Marty checked the latest geophysical data on his tablet, his analytical mind seeking patterns in the chaos. The rest of the team, including seasoned veterans like Gary Drayton with his metal detector and archaeologist Dr. Miriam Howard, were scattered around, their faces a mix of skepticism and hope. "All right, everyone," Rick's voice broke the morning silence. "We've got something big today." Latest scans have shown a significant metallic anomaly at about 160 feet. This could be it. A murmur of excitement rippled through the group. They had been here before, tantalized by hints of gold, only to be met with disappointment. Yet something about this find felt different. The technology had advanced, the data was more precise, and the relentless dedication of the team had honed their instincts to a razor's edge. Gary was the first to move, his metal detector sweeping the area with practiced ease. As he moved closer to the marked spot, the device emitted a series of sharp beeps. "I'm getting something strong here," he announced, his voice tinged with excitement. "This isn't just a pipe or a piece of scrap metal. It's something significant." Rick nodded, a determined look in his eyes. "Let's get the drill down there and see what we've got." The drill rig, a towering presence on the site, roared to life. The team watched in tense silence as the drill bit descended into the earth, inching closer to the anomaly. Hours passed, each one stretching the limits of their patience and nerves. Finally the drill hit something solid. "We're in," called Jack Begley, his voice strained with excitement. "We've hit something hard at 162 feet. The team gathered around as the drill bit was retracted, revealing a cylindrical core of earth and rock. Rick and Marty inspected the core, their faces etched with concentration. Embedded within the core was a glint of something metallic, something that gleamed with the unmistakable luster of gold. "It's gold," Rick whispered, barely able to believe the words coming out of his mouth. "We found it." A cheer erupted from the team, a mix of joy, relief, and sheer disbelief. Years of hard work, countless setbacks, and endless perseverance had finally paid off. The legend of Oak Island, the curse that had claimed the lives of so many treasure seekers, seemed to be yielding its secrets at last. Dr. Howard stepped forward, her expert eye assessing the find. "This appears to be part of a larger artifact," she said, carefully examining the gold. "It's not just a nugget or a coin. This could be part of a chest or another significant object." The implications of her words hung in the air. If this was part of a larger artifact, it meant there could be more treasure buried deeper within the island. The team's excitement doubled as they realized the magnitude of their discovery. Over the next few days, the site buzzed with activity. The team expanded their excavation, carefully extracting more cores and uncovering additional fragments of gold and other artifacts. Pieces of intricately carved wood, remnants of ancient tools, and shards of pottery began to emerge, each one adding to the puzzle of Oak Island's history. News of the discovery spread like wildfire, drawing media attention and curious onlookers from around the world. The Lagina brothers found themselves at the center of a media frenzy, their faces splashed across newspapers and television screens. Interviews, documentaries, and special features chronicled their journey, capturing the imagination of treasure hunters and history enthusiasts everywhere. Despite the newfound fame, the team remained focused on their mission. They knew the treasure of Oak Island was more than just gold. It was the key to unlocking centuries-old mysteries, revealing secrets that had been buried for generations. Each new find brought them closer to understanding the island's enigmatic past, from the supposed involvement of the Knights Templar to the possible connections with pirate legends. As summer turned to fall, the team continued their excavation, their resolve unwavering. Island, once a place of mystery and danger, had become a beacon of hope and discovery. The curse that had haunted Oak Island for so long seemed to be lifting, replaced by a sense of triumph and accomplishment. One crisp autumn morning, as the leaves turned golden and the air grew brisk, Rick and Marty stood together at the edge of the money pit. They looked out over the site where their team worked tirelessly, driven by the same dream that had brought them here all those years ago. "We did it, Marty," Rick said, his voice filled with emotion. "We found the gold." Marty nodded, a proud smile on his face. "And we're just getting started, brother. There's so much more to discover." The Lagina brothers had uncovered the first tangible proof of Oak Island's treasure, but their journey was far from over. With each new discovery, they inched closer to unraveling the island's full story, driven by a passion for history, adventure, and the unyielding belief that some mysteries are worth the pursuit. As the sun set over Oak Island, casting a golden glow over the landscape, the team knew they were on the brink of something extraordinary. The curse of Oak Island had been broken, and in its place, a legacy of discovery and adventure had begun.